Today we have a product unboxing and review of the Philips SRM7500 Universal Remote for Windows Media Center. This remote is actually no longer in production by Philips and has been out for a couple of years. I believe it came out in 2008 and was discontinued shortly thereafter. This is a one-of-a-kind remote that offers universal compatibility that you can use it with Windows Media Center as well as with your other home theater components, and it includes a USB RF communicator for use with your Media Center PC. And it also includes a sideshow compatible display. So let's open this up and take a look at the product. This remote was purchased off eBay for about $100. Originally, when it first came out, it retailed for over $200, as opposed to the other Logitech Harmony remotes and similar things in its class. This one has a dedicated Windows Media Center button, which drew my immediate interest as well as interest in seeing how well the sideshow compatibility actually works. As you know, product packaging can always be a little tricky sometimes, and this one is no exception. So after opening it up, we got the remote. You can put the scissors aside. And contained in the box, besides that, if you pull this off, is our RF receiver. We also have a CD with software. I believe, if I understand, on several of the Windows Media Center forums, there might be a newer version of the software actually available on the Philips website, so I'll have to check that out. As well as a guidebook here, a quick start guide demonstrating how to use the remote. As you can see, the simplicity of putting the remote in, putting the batteries, fairly simple, seems straightforward. The Media Center that I'm using this with is a Windows 7 64-bit PC, and I'm excited to see how this works with the rest of my home theater system. Take off the sideshow screen. Open up the back, and it looks like it takes 3 AA batteries. And then the RF receiver comes off like that. And just for reference and size, this is a $50 coin, and this is a 1974 Eisenhower dollar coin. So it's about the size of an Eisenhower dollar. And there you go, there's the unboxing. We'll be back in a few minutes. We're back now with a review of the Philips Multimedia SRM7500 remote, brought to you by Philips. This is a Windows Media Center compatible remote control, complete with the green button. A couple things to follow up on from the unboxing. The CD that we pulled out of the box contained version 3.4.6 of the software, dated July 2007. However, the latest version on the website is 4.0.12, which is dated August 27th, 2008. So the Philips obviously updated over the 13 months of the product life cycle. And my review so far, after using it for a few hours with my computer, has been wonderful. It's being used with a Windows 7 64-bit home theater PC that I custom built using my own hardware and software that I've selected from various merchants and built, and it's worked wonderful. With the RF dongle in the rear of the computer, that plugged in by USB, the software installed great. It's obviously a 32-bit software, but no problem on 64-bit. And the remote, you can see, features this little black and white LCD display, which is Windows Media Center. Is Windows Sideshow compatible, and showcases the music listings off my computer when I put it into music mode. A couple quirks with the install of the software. The software has prompted some issues with recognizing the version of Windows Media Player installed on my computer. given that the latest version of Windows Media Player in Windows 7 is not available for Vista or backwards compatible, I suspect there might have been an issue with the user agent string in the media player and why the software was throwing up an error. The software does have an option to be able to use it with iTunes, but I don't unfortunately have that installed. Otherwise, the remote is function wonderful and served my purpose to be able to consolidate the remotes for my TV, my surround sound, and for my home theater PC all into one functional package here. The setup is relatively easy. When you got the remote on, you can put the two buttons together here, hold them down for 3 seconds. It's got a variety of language options, and you can add a multitude of devices. If I had a dedicated surround sound system rather than using my DVD player, I could certainly use that with the rest of this remote. And it also provides the functionality to edit specific keys, which is so wonderful that there were a handful of keys that were specific to the functionality of my DVD player that did not quite go through here with the pairing option. And I was able to then successfully map those back to the whichever key I wanted on the remote. Or the remote also provides the option, a so-called soft menu. If you scroll up and hit this mode button, let me go back here to a TV, I hit mode, and it provides a functionality here to be able to list menu, picture-in-picture options, and a handful of other things that are specific for a TV that wouldn't necessarily merit functionality on the rest of the remote. So you've got a handful of soft buttons that are available for a for a TV or others. But there are no soft buttons available actually for the PC. When it's in PC mode or the home theater mode, the screen simply sends blank, which to me is a waste of space given the sideshow compatibility. When I put it in music mode, it does actually showcase the names of the music in my music library. So overall, this remote works great. It's got a nice weight in the hands. It looks great. The mirror black finish here is a little bit of a deterrent as it shows my fingerprints. I'd rather have a nice clean matte black look, but Philips opted for that, and I can't fault them. These buttons have a nice rubber finish. I was worried when I looked at the pictures of this product that they would be hard plastic buttons, but all the buttons, with the exception of the D-pad and the Windows Media Player and the volume buttons up here, are all hard plastic. The rest are just a nice soft rubber touch feel. So overall, the remote works great, and I'd highly recommend this to anybody who's interested in consolidating the remotes into one single package.